Hello, and welcome back. Hopefully I should preface this set. The capture cards preview window thingy freezes when I start recording, but the actual file seems to be alright. But if something happens halfway through this set, then I will have no idea, because the screen is just showing me standing there as I was when I started. However, welcome back. We're going to do some more storyline. I am level 41, but I may as well be level 42, because I will be 42 when this quest is done. So we're going to go ahead and basically go all the way up to Stone Vigil in this set. And then, depending on how long that takes, I will either have Stone Vigil attached to this set, or I will have it in a video after this. I'm not entirely sure what. But either way, we have places to go, people to talk to, things to stab. It's a good old time nowadays, or something like that. I don't really know. And I'll probably end up running Stone Vigil at least a couple times, probably more than that. Primarily to get gear, because I think what's going to happen is I'm going to be using gear from Stone Vigil till I hit 45. That will give me AF gear, and then I will presumably be using that until Dark Light gear, which is 50. I like the music that's playing. I wish I'd play this song more often. I quite like it. Never have I been happier to be wrong. Important bit there at the end. Please? Yeah, I'll be alright. I have a bow. We should be fine. Depressing regularity. That's some interesting word combination there. Not only is it regular, it's depressingly regular. That's a sad day. Look at us being overconfident here. I mean, it would probably make the dungeon way easier if we had assistance, but whatever. May alone guide you, scions. You're darn right. Speak with Nathanael, which is presumably all the way at Stone Vigil. Well, I guess I'm probably going to end up being Bone Collector. And a Dragon Bone. What's this for? I had to sneeze. I guess that's just a random quest I picked up. Down. There we go. Brain function. Sneezed all my brains out, and now it's hard to do things. I guess we may have just straight up already unlocked Stone Vigil. If this is in fact the case, then who's online? Gabriel and Sire online. Oops. I mean, they're both the proper level, but that would be 3 DPS, and I'm pretty sure 3 DPS is 1 more than 2, so that doesn't really do us any good. I was expecting this chain of events to be much longer than it actually was, but apparently not. And I was wrong, I kept saying 44 was Stone Vigil. 44 is actually Darkhold. Whatever it is, Drismail, Darkhold, or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. It's that. 42 is Stone Vigil, so you may enter the Stone Vigil whensoever you will. You darn right I can. Now, interestingly... Oh, Stone Vigil's 41. Okay, I thought it was 42. I was gonna say, interestingly, that quest didn't give me any experience, so that didn't actually help me any. Well... It's a bit awkward. I guess I'll see you guys when we have a group ready to go later today. I don't know, I thought that was gonna be more quests, like an hour of quests this morning, but apparently not. Anyway, we will return inside Stone Vigil, I presume, so I'll see you then. And I'm back. In Stone Vigil now, with Sai. And 2 random people, I think. What, Sai's healing, I believe, is what I checked like 2 seconds ago. I have the memory of a rat, apparently. A goldfish rat. A rat that's made of gold. I'm going to make the assumption it's everyone's first time except Sai. I don't think this is a dungeon people often rerun, but who knows. I'm gonna watch the cutscenes either way, because screw everyone else, I've got cutscenes to watch. Yeah, everyone's in a cutscene, so... Me. The Stone Vigil has begun. I always like when it says that. Okay, so we got little fly dudes and big fly dudes and all sorts of other stuff. Oh, the tank has protect. Nice. It's not as good to protect as a white mage, but we don't have a white mage anyway. And to use this shield oath. Seems like the tank knows what's up, although... Do you get sword oath later or before shield oath? I think you might get it later. Go ahead and just blow all of this, and I screwed up my rotation already, so well freaking done me. What do we have? Is that a summoner? It is. Using Ifrit. Suppose that's logical. This guy is not dodging any of the AoEs. It seems like a thing someone would try to do, but I guess not. What's my aggro? My aggro is way fine. I can actually probably get away with buffs. And then I hit the wrong one, so I'll hit this one. I learned Blunt Arrow! Glad I learned that right at the start of the dungeon. Well done, me. Also, if you haven't noticed, I actually made an macro and put it on the one slot that just does all of my buffs. So what does this do? It's a silence. Okay. Let's put that right there. My DPS is probably garbage, but I'm not paying attention in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to blame that. I probably should pay attention in some shape or form, so... And because I'm on level for this dungeon, my experience is going to be insane. I got 1,500 from that one enemy. So 3k for those 2 enemies, that's really good. And like I said, I'm going to be running this dungeon presumably several times. I don't know how many several times is, but presumably several times. In Pursuit of the Past. Oh, right. We're here for the quest. I was like, why is there a quest marker? Hello. I didn't realize that was a thing. Apparently it is. Do I need to... Quelling Strikes? I don't think I do. But no, we're good. Always at the start of a fight, I should basically just stare at this, which is probably why I'm screwing up rotations, but I'd rather partially screw up the rotation in these fights than screw up the aggro and pull off of this dude. This dude's a good tank. I like this guy. I approve of William Wallace's tanking ability. God dang it. Keep walking into that. How often is that thing gonna do that? I only had one job, and it was to not get hit by things constantly. And what do? I get hit by things constantly. I want to blame it on my newness. And this instant, I might have to actually pop Quelling Strikes. No, he's actually... we should be alright. It'll probably die before I out-aggro this guy anyway, most of the time. Because this guy knows what he's doing. It seems, anyway. I don't know how to tank, I'm just presuming this guy knows what he's doing. I have no buffs to do. I really like that little macro, I don't know why I didn't do that earlier, but I basically just mash 1 and it'll apply buffs for me automatically. Like, look, the dex bonus is up, now I have a dex bonus. Probably shouldn't have used it right there, but I did. Should I be this close to this guy? I don't know. I don't know when there's gonna be another dragon that murders me. It does not apply Featherfoot, you might notice. Featherfoot's a thing that I'll just apply it on my own. I hope, well, Sai said they've already healed this dungeon. I was gonna say, I hope Sai can heal the boss, because I don't think Sai's actually, outfitted for a healer. Basically just stopped attacking right there. Are there presents in here? Nope, just a dragon. Or a whatever that thing is. Are we gonna aggro both? Looks like we are. Look how long he waited there. I don't have any buffs, sadly. I do have that, though. The amount of I've noticed this a lot. The amount of, I'm already out of range of that, aggro that bards generate at the start of a fight is kind of ridiculous. Like, no one else is usually anywhere near the aggro bards generate, which is kind of silly. Although late game I've heard, what are they? Black mages are pretty aggro intensive, whatever you feel like calling that. I could alternatively take this thing and apply one of the macro icons to it, but the only problem with that is it doesn't tell me all of the cooldowns. That's why I have all of my buffs still up on my bar, if you're curious what the heck's going on there. I wonder if this is the first time he's tanked this. It seems like it might be, and he's just kind of running with it, but I'm not entirely certain. I mean, he was watching the cutscene, but he could be here with an ace, or an ace could be here with him, or any other number of permutations of that. What do I have here? HP. What is he hitting? Also, notice what I did there. I ran towards the tank. That's a thing more people I wish would realize. Need to run towards the tank. I don't understand. People pull aggro and then they just like run. Okay, he is hitting that now. Good. And then they just run away from the enemy and thus away from the tank, which doesn't really do them any good if they're trying to get toward some help there. Every time you pull something, you should stop hitting it and then run towards the tank. If you keep hitting it, the tank's going to have a really hard time getting it off of you. I just want to point that out as many times as physically possible because people ignore that so much. When they pull something, they'll keep hitting it, like they need to kill it before it does too much damage to them. But then they complain that the tank can't get it back, and that's because they're hitting the stupid thing. Stop hitting the enemy and they'll get it back instantly with a provoke. And then once they provoke it, they can use flash or their ranged pull or whatever. There's an Avis. And then have aggro, and then you don't need to worry about it. Or like what I did there, where I was actually hitting an enemy no one else was hitting, because I'm a dangus and wasn't paying attention. Swapped to what the tank had, ran towards the tank, you know, that kind of thing. It's just logical, and I don't understand why more people don't do it. Whatever. One of these days I need to get a few skills. I need to get... Well, one of these days I'll have everything at 50. I need to get level 26 thaumaturge, and then whatever level Lancer gets the TP restore at. I also need to do the level 40 Bard quest, I've just realized. What is he attacking? That? Yes. Okay. I've gotten my rotation down pretty well here. Especially when I'm actually paying attention, it does actually help my ability to hit things frequently. Whatever. This dungeon doesn't seem that hard, although Sai appears to have pulled. I'm gonna just try and kill this thing and then swap targets. Seemed logical to me at the time. I like the animation for inner release, by the way. I'm always so zoomed out when I use it, but it's like a sweet, like, monk kick kind of thing going on. I'm not entirely sure. That's the wrong button. That's the right button. There's also a treasure coffer. That's the first treasure coffer we've seen. But it looks like, yeah, we are just going in like a zigzaggy pattern. You got 2 elegant bronze pieces. Congratulations. I will clap for him. There we go. Obligatory clap is go. He's had enough time to pull. Also, don't start hitting things the instant the tank starts the pull, by the way. I hear tanks complain about that all the time, and I'm just like, why are people doing that? I think it's just people impatient. What you need to do is you need to let the tank pull and then wait at least 2.5 seconds before you start doing anything. I'm actually pretty high on that. We're right there. Uh-oh. I'm actually gonna pop Quelling Strikes here. Just in case, because I'm not sure what we're hitting here. Looks like we were actually hitting something different than tank. Either that or I just had really high aggro gen for some reason. Considering I had Quelling Strikes on, I think I was hitting the wrong thing. But he was hitting it too, so... Also, if you think you have a chance of pulling from the tank, or if you want to start your combo early, use Quelling Strikes. If you don't have Quelling Strikes, you should probably get Quelling Strikes. It cuts your aggro, your your aggro generation, like, down to 10% or something crazy like that. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's pretty darn low. I don't know why I just did a dot at the end of the fight, but whatever. It just says reduces, but it definitely drops it a lot. Is there anything in there? I guess not. I like how all of us checked it. Oh, god dang it. One of these days, I'm gonna stop doing that. That'd be great. Also, he's hitting this one, so... At least it looks like he's hitting this one. It's also flashing. It is harder to tell, in instances like this, what the tank is doing without the, spell effects, so I do have to pay slightly more attention to that. I have to actually look for the flash pop-up rather than the actual animation itself. Just a thing to keep in mind, although, you know, it's not like this is a terribly difficult dungeon right now. Oh, freaking dragon, man. Why has the dragon gotta be like that? I'll follow a nice over here. Maybe get behind where the dragon spawns, I don't know. Is that thing just on a timer in specific locations that I'm just unaware of because it's my first time? I'm not sure. This guy lost his dots ages ago, but it's a bit late in the fight to actually reapply that, so should be alright. Dat Aether Flow at the end of a fight. What is this dude's name? Shudo Yudo? He's got some sweet fire behind him. Getting the sweet formation here. I was gonna pose, but strategy. How come I had aggro there? What was going on with that? Do I need to quelling? I'm going to, just in case, because I'd hate to pull at the beginning of one of these fights. Is there any sort of strategy, or is this just kind of like a standard mid-boss deal? What's he doing? Okay, he's doing that. I'm learning. I got to figure it out first. So he doesn't AoE in front of him when he runs to his side of the arena. Good to keep in mind. I guess I should run to this side. Presuming he's just going to run back and forth. I don't know, though. I mean, for all I know, he could just stand on that side and do it repeatedly, but I'll stand over here anyway. I should probably be on the flank entirely. Just gonna do this. Ooh, that does some bad debuffs. Okay. Definitely don't get hit by that. Just saying. I saw the debuffs pop on the side there. Don't let the tank die. We have EOS, we should be alright. What debuffs in all did that get? I think... Do you get leeches at this point? It's a scholar? I think you do. I think you get it at 40. Oh, that sucked. I didn't know he was doing it twice. Probably should have moved towards it rather than sideways, but I'll just lay here dead. Well, I'm bad. That was pretty darn bad. And Sai's actually going to slow cast Resurrection on me. And I'm going to wait. Because if I accept it now, I'm probably going to die. I'm going to wait to see what this guy finishes doing. He's going to do it again over there. Is he going to do it in the center? No, he's done. Alright. Hello. So I'm just going to keep an eye on his head then. That seems like a logical thing to do. That seems like a logical thing to do before, but whatever. When have I ever done anything logical? I should probably stick close to him. Oop. Then run over here. So does he target a specific person when he does this, or seems like he targets a person, but I don't have any idea. I like in tombstones. I got tombstones of philosophy. They contain knowledge. Give it to Rowena. I didn't know you get freaking tombstones from this, and we're just gonna straight up pass on that. He's the only one that could roll need anyway. I still have the weakness debuff, but should be alright. It's not the second weakness debuff, which actually drops all of your combat stats. Drops HP and MP 30%, and it drops all of your combats by, I think, 30%. So it makes you drastically weaker. It's kind of crazy. Hopefully I'm not that bad at games, or that mad because I'm bad, if you want to use that quote or whatever. When the boss shows up. Or when we get to the boss, not when the boss shows up. So I got 2 tombstones of philosophy for killing the mid-boss in this place? Do you always get that? 2 is not very many, so it's not a thing you could do to farm, but the fact that they give you something here is a bit interesting. I'm assuming, yeah, I was assuming Ifrit Egi or someone would kill the other one. Also assuming I'm not going to pull any aggro. Also, why is Ifrit Egi almost dead? Why is Ifrit Egi dead? Was Ifrit poisoned? I think Ifrit may have been straight up poisoned there. Aggro's looking alright. This guy's got actually really good aggro management. I have really bad not dying management, but other than that, you know. And we don't actually have a single target DPS. I'll pass on that too. I should have greeted on it because I don't think we have anyone in here who actually needs it. But whatever. I've gone back into my old ways of just passing on everything. He's the only one who rolled. Well played, William. Oh, for God's sake. The freaking dragon, man. I should probably stand either back here or... target not in line of sight. Or around the corner here. What's he hitting? He is hitting this one. Alright. Should probably not aggro that, though. So let's stand over here. It's a good thing I actually looked around the corner and didn't run around the corner like I'm prone to doing sometimes. Get off of the stairs. Hopefully this is far enough down here. I mean, now I'm worried about getting hit by everything all the time because I'm freaking getting hit by everything. Oh lordy. Okay. He got off the stairs. Assuming it's just the stairs, I already healed this once, so... It looks like we can't actually pull from that room without being in it, so... In it to win it. Pop. Okay. So there's an Avis, which you could probably pull alone. Yes, the rest are linked. So I presume he's going to pull the Avis. Yep. And I'll get slightly to the side, which should... Actually, I don't think that's quite far enough. Ah, we're fine now. I was trying to get out of the AoE range, by the way. Oh, these things have circular AoEs as well. And now we know. Thankfully, despite being inside the graphic, I'm out of the AoE. Not sure how that works entirely, but whatever. And I will have Barrage up for this next fight, which is good. And a crit if we get in there fast enough, but I don't think we will. Yeah. Let everyone regen, stuff like that, you know. Is he gonna hit the big guy? Yep. Give him a second, pop Barrage. Pop a buff. It's the only buff I have. Watch my aggro. Possibly. Yeah, just go ahead and use Quelling Strikes. And then since I used Quelling Strikes, watch my aggro do nothing. It's impossible to outdo a tank when you have Quelling Strikes up. Even if you crit every single attack. I'm assuming... It's the one I quick tab to. Oh, he's hitting this one. Nope, now he's hitting the other one. We'll just go back to that one then. I'm just tab targeting, by the way, so I'm assuming everyone else is tab targeting the same way. That's why I always tend to switch targets and immediately attack it. I'm just assuming everyone else's tab target is going to target the same thing, but... I don't think that's how tab targeting works in this game, so... And we'll redo buffs. Sai has to heal a lot. I've just noticed that. Like, every time I look at Sai, Sai is doing something. Maybe is Sai doing DPS? I don't know. Could be. I haven't actually been paying attention to the skill bars, just the actual, like, spell casting animation there. Whispering Dawn. It's actually a really good ability, if you can get it positioned right. Is there an evil dragon of doom? Yes. Aha! I didn't get hit by one. Aeneas was like 2 inches away from getting hit. And we'll go out at a slight angle so I don't pull, or so I don't get hit. And I need to chill there, or I'm going to pull the aggro. Alternatively, what you could do other than just standing there like I tend to do, when your aggro gets too high, is you can hit the other enemies with a dot or something just to pass time. And still apply the DPS. Again, tab targeted, and then started hitting it. Is this the one we're hitting? It seems like the one we're hitting. Alright. That one sneaks off. I did some tanking in low-level dungeons, and while low-level dungeons are easy, you don't have a lot of skills as a tank on low-level dungeons, so I always kept losing aggro. And I don't know if that was just me being bad at the game, or the fact that I just didn't have enough skills to work with. But I'm probably not going to tank anything, because it's way too stressful. Tanking is serious business. DPS, on the other hand, you might notice isn't really serious business. I also heal stuff. I don't have any issue healing or DPS, but when I start tanking, all the stress gets on me to not screw it up, which I usually end up screwing it up. Windbite had no effect. Let's do that again. I haven't been paying attention to that. Okay. Had an effect that time. I don't know what happened there. Oh, for God's sake. I thought that thing was done spawning. Apparently it's not. Is it just always on stairs? I haven't actually paid attention to that. Maybe it is. Maybe I should pay attention to that. And if it's always on stairs, just be careful around stairs. Because I noticed earlier the tank was walking, so I kind of backed off. Assuming the tank knew something I didn't. Something was going to attack or something there. I usually do that. If the tank slows down, I'll usually kind of stop following the tank so closely. But if he's running everywhere, I'll follow right on his tail. I don't know why. I should stop doing that, but just kind of hang around corners. Suddenly ice sprites. That was kind of weird. Which one are we hitting first here? This one? Yep, that one. Alright. Good for me. And we lost that one. There's an Avis coming over here. Which might be an issue if he hasn't pulled the stuff far enough back. Which he has. Okay. This guy knows what's up, yo. I wonder if they're on comms or in an FC or something. I don't know. You can't tell when you're in an instance because it actually removes it. And I just manually applied that buff because why not? Stop pulling aggro so much. But they, it seems like either they're communicating or it just takes a while for William to notice things. I'm not entirely sure. Also, I still haven't tested how often elemental stuff drops shards or crystals. I don't believe there is any elemental in the game that drops clusters. But the lower ones drop shards and the higher level ones drop crystals. Beyond of that, I don't think there's like a level 51 that drops clusters anyway. I mean, it seems like they drop them fairly often. We just got 5 right there. There's a Ziz. There's actually 2 Zizzes. Let's get out of the AoE on that. It's also the wrong thing to hit. There we go. Also, I've noticed Eos hasn't actually aggroed anything yet, which is quite the accomplishment. Is he stuck? I think he got stuck in the AoE there. He's just jumping up and down like a slight spaz. Hopefully... Nope, alright. I keep thinking someone's gonna accidentally aggro the Avis back there, but nope. Don't use Barrage. I'm so tempted just to use Barrage all the time because it has such a low cooldown, but there's only one enemy. And I just applied that twice for no reason. Am I at an AoE? Yeah, I am. If you're curious what I keep looking at when I do this, is angles. I'm just looking at angles because I know for the most part the types of AoE there are and the angles that they pop in. Really, it's basically line, cone, and AoE. And it's fairly obvious to figure out which pattern they spawn in. What is this? Oops, I aggroed something. Mildewed thigh boots. That's a crafting thing. And I actually got it by quite the roll, in fact. So I can use those to craft, I believe, a blacksmithing item. Actually, no, that's armor, which I don't even have, but it's still a crafting item, so... You might have learned that I am fond of crafting, and if it's a crafting item, I want it. I'm curious what that actually makes. That's presumably a level 40 to 50 item, because it's dropped in a 41 dungeon. Tends to be how things work anyway. Torch there. Anything going on here? I'll just kind of hang around the corner, I guess. I thought a dragon was going to show up and breathe fire on us, but apparently not, so... I really should stop popping my buffs constantly and pop them all at the same time to basically nuke something down, but the problem with that is I generate too much aggro. So I guess it might actually be better doing it this way for aggro generation. It just lowers my DPS a bit. What's my aggro? My aggro is fine. And I used to dot at the end of the fight because I'm Dangleberry. Should probably kill the carrier Z's for first. Ziz. I should be fine here. He says, knowing full well that he's probably not fine here. Is Sai still getting hit? Yeah, I'm fine. I do alright not being murdered by trash mobs, but apparently if there's a boss mechanic that I'm unaware of, I just get hit by it constantly. Nope, pop that. Nope, nope, okay. I thought I told it to use Killing Blow or whatever this is, Misery's End, but apparently not. I'm really hoping something doesn't just walk around the corner there, because he did pull them this way. I'll back off into here. Maybe he's just being cautious. I don't actually know. I'm tempted to actually use Mage's Ballad. I'll probably have to during the fight. I'll probably have to use Mage Ballad. Because Sai is a bit low on MP during some of these. I've already gotten 60,000 EXP. Where's an ace going? Apparently I missed the tank going over there. Oop, hello. Are you the one who keeps breathing fire on us? Who got cannon? I don't even know what the cannon is. I don't even know what that means. Also bump the mic, sorry if you actually heard that. Where's Sai? What's Sai doing? Sai. Healer DC'd. So we're just gonna kinda... Oh, nope, Sai's back. I think, someone explain bosses. Oh, don't look at me, so... Sai's back though, so Sai might explain it. Oop, or Sai might DC again. I think Sai just DC'd again. Fantastic timing. I've had that happen. I'll probably start cutting some of this out here. Apparently he's gonna take the time to explain it to me. So I've got 2 people on PS3 and 2 on PC, but the only one on PC who's done it is Sai, who keeps DCing. So there's 3 cannons. do in fact see cannons back there. Ooh, I can clip through the rock right there. Oh my god, my legs. I guess I can handle that. Stay by cannon. Okay, well we don't have a healer, but a nace can technically do it, I guess. Where's he going? I might be looking for Sai, who's DC'd, so... Might be a little tricky, you know? Is this the boss or a mid-boss? I think this is another mid-boss, yeah. Hello. I'm glad I have Beacon on a quick key there. Hotkey, shortcut key, whatever. So I need to stay by the cannons. Does he fly out past the wall and I need to use the cannon? Second dragon drops 3x. Trying to decipher this knowing absolutely nothing about the fight. I mean, I can try. It's a lot of stress on me. Should I be even hitting this thing or entirely focusing on cannons? Guess I can put dots on it. I just don't want to be animation locked, basically. Am I actually hitting it? Target out of range. Shoot big dragon with cannon, okay. So just need to watch for big dragon. I have shot cannon. Albeit I actually screwed it up and actually hit the button twice, but... So it actually says they descend from the sky and gives you a very short period of time. So I just need to pay attention for Isgebind descends from the skies. Like that. This one. Is there a way to physically do that any faster? Or is that like a keep it from doing the attack multiple times kind of thing? I thought that said descended from the sky again. I mean, if it only does it once, that's not that much of damage, but I want to know if there's actually a way to keep it from doing it at all. Like, I'm already at the cannon. I interacted with it as fast as I could. Nope. There's not a way to keep it from doing it. At least it doesn't seem there is to me. Also, I should probably get out of the freaking twister. So how the heck do I use that cannon? Can I not use that cannon when there's a twister on it? It's gonna be a bit tricky. Now it's descending from... There's two cannons that I can't seemingly use. How in the heck? Now all three of them have a freaking twister on them. Oh, the twister disappears. Okay. Target's out of range. Descends from the skies on this one. How am I supposed to get it with the freaking twister on it? There we go. Curious, can you get it with the twister on it? And then it's probably going to be the central one. I don't know. I thought it was going to be central, then the right, because that's actually the order the twister stopped doing that on. Except now the left has two twisters, which doesn't seem logical at all. Although, we're done. Could have gone better. I got more tombstones. So a robe, which... Admittedly, I'm actually going to greed both of those. Because I could use them for the scholar. Who's going to get it? A natural need. And a natural... actually, Sai got the woolen sash. I should clap. Oh, the command clap thing is not available, apparently. Oop. Are these all linked? Two of them are. I guess the third is just a roamer. Or whatever the terminology for that is. Let's generate all the aggro. And then use quelling strikes, because sweet Jesus. I popped every buff ever. Did I not hit that? I did. Alright. Also haven't been paying attention to my accuracy. Hopefully my accuracy is enough to actually consistently hit these guys. I don't know. For all I know, the accuracy could be enough to barely hit these guys, but it seems like I am proccing all of this stuff, so... Excuse me, I primarily hate when straight shot doesn't hit. Because then I have to use another turn using an ability that does less damage to try and get my crit rate up, but whatever. It's a long dungeon. And again, they're all long, so... This is just going to be this dungeon in this video and that one quest that to unlock the dungeon, apparently. Thought there was more to it, but apparently not. And there's an Avis over here somewhere. Presumably to the left. Is there Huggles down here? There are several Huggles down here. I like how he waits for it to get in range rather than pulling it and then dragging it back. He actually stands there and then waits for it. I guess he does actually pull it back a little bit, but... Whatevs, yo, whatevs. And apparently heavies, their straight shot didn't hit, or I just didn't use it, one of the two. I'm a dingleberry, so I'm gonna go with I didn't use it. Did someone stun it? You know what I should be doing is actually paying attention to silence, and then maybe I could silence some of these skills, like maybe the tornado, maybe you could silence tornadoes, or stun tornadoes, who knows. Not stun tornadoes, but stun them out of tornadoes, and that's why you don't do that, okay. Which one are we hitting? What I could do is I could set up a macro for... There's actually three Avis over here. A macro for attacking my target's target, and then just selecting the tank, and that would allow me to just DPS whatever the tank's selecting. But then there's instances where the tank's not selecting what you need to kill. Of course, in that instance, if you select an enemy and then try and attack it with target marker. I think it'll just attack the enemy. I'm just gonna put dots on that. Unless we're gonna hit it, we're gonna hit it. Alright. Also, Raging Strikes has a good animation too. As Ifrit stuns Ice Spirit baby. Ice Sprite, not Ice Spirit. I guess it could be an Ice Spirit, I don't know. What do I know about sprites? Or spirits, for that matter. Presumably nothing. I actually managed to get dots off without pulling too much DPS off the other one. Hooray for doing something! Whether or not it was right or efficient, who bloody knows? It was probably neither, considering I did it. Oh, there's the, oh, interesting. It's that thing I showed off earlier, the steps of whatever it is. We're almost at the end, aren't we? Yes. That would presumably be the boss. I wonder if there's enemies inside this room over here. Presumably, yes, because that's how this game works. That's how dungeons in every game works. If there's a room, there's enemies in it. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a room. It'd be kind of silly to make a room and then put nothing in it. And I actually did get my crit off. Not that it matters, but I hate wasting straighter shot buffs on nothing. Or missing. That always sucks. Ooh. There's a bunch of angry stuff in here. We hitting this dude? We are. And I'm going to buff up. Gotta get down buffs. I'm actually gonna Quelling Strikes, dude. Quelling Strikes does not lower your... Why did Sai get hit so badly there? Sai is going to die. In fact, yep, Sai is dead. In fact, our tank's probably gonna die too, so... No, Sai. Whoop. Just gonna go ahead and die. Can you de-aggro stuff? I don't think you can. We died. Back to the start point. What was hitting Sai so hard there? I think the main thing that killed Sai was actually the additional pull there. Probably screwed that up, but Sai was being hammered pretty hard there. I don't know what by. What did Sai pull aggro on? Sentinel. Reduce the amount of damage taken. So you can have Protect and Sentinel, which is 2 damage reducing things. Interesting. And Shield Oath, which I believe increases enmity. And damage taken is reduced. Okay. But that doesn't appear to stack with the other one. Maybe we should pull the guy in the hallway. I don't think we are. I'm actually just gonna wait out here. Because he pulled him out here last time, so... Is he gonna pull him, or is he going all in? He's going all in, okay. I think what happened is maybe... Sai got the aggro on the ice sprites. Kind of like that. Celine just pulled aggro on the ice sprites, I think. I'm gonna keep hitting this thing and see if I can get it down. It seems like a logical choice to me, so... I'm gonna keep doing it, god dang it. Oop. That was unnecessary. I wonder why sometimes Wind Bite just has no effect. It's very odd. What are we hitting? That one. Also, you can attack while jumping as a bard, because your attacks only take 0.1 seconds or whatever, and then it's just an animation. Does not interrupt the cast, because the cast is instant. So you can just jump around, like a buffoon if you so desired. I'm gonna redot that one. Or not, because Wind Bite had no effect. Venomous Bite had no effect. Is it just some enemies you can't reapply the dot while it exists, or what's going on there? Very confused about that. And this went drastically better than last time, so hooray! Although Sai pulled aggro again, it must have been the ice sprites, because I think they were casting Blizzard on it. On them, on Sai. Still don't know if, I'm gonna go with him. Because, you know, Sai. I'll go with him. And that was a giant waste of a buff, but whatever. Go ahead and grab that. A blunt goblin scimitar. I'm gonna greed that, because I know for a fact a blacksmith can use that. As an Ace runs all the way over there. Science you got. Anase got the scimitar, and Sai apparently got some bronze pieces. Oh no, Dragon Avis. I think we have overpulled here. What are we hitting? Not that. I can heal myself to a limited extent. Where did... There's an ace. I was just like, where did an ace go? I've lost her! My god. She's gone on an adventure. I'm gonna pop all of my buffs here. I still have most of the aggro on that ice sprite. I think he did flash it at some point there. I'll just kinda stand here. Which one is he hitting? That one? Sometimes it's hard to tell which one he's hitting when he's just in the pile of a bunch of stuff, and I just use straight shot twice. And he's getting hit by spell effects. Sometimes it's a bit tricky. Oh, now he's hitting this one. I didn't actually pay attention to see if he had actually changed targets, but apparently he has. Can I get a straight shot off? Yes. Can I reapply dots? Yes. William Walsh obtains 3 ice crystals. I approve of the ice crystalling, and I'll just look over here at the lovely scenery. Get yourself a nice view of me, serious business face, pulling the bow back. This is a heck of a long encounter going on here. And I'm not going to use any buffs, I'm just going to let the buffs cooldown expire. Because the only thing left is presumably the boss, but I'm not sure. Either way, I've gotten massive amounts of experience from this dungeon so far, although I've gotten no loot, so... that kind of sucks, but whatever. I'll survive, I guess. Maybe. I get a ice crystal. Everyone else gets a bunch. I get 1. Oh, nope, there's a giant pile of freaking Avis over here. Of course there is. This guy actually does a really good job tanking, considering he's on a console. Just trying to pop quelling strikes, but I was a bit slow on it. Either way, I did get it. Oop. Which one is he hitting? Well, he's hitting that one. And presumably why it's so hard to get this catapult aggro off of me. William died. Well, that's a bit of a problem when William dies. Survive, Sai, survive. I don't think we're gonna survive this. In fact, I think we may as well just die. Ow. We did, in fact, get one. Although that was a bit suboptimal, to say the least. An ace is still over there. No, an ace. I'm assuming that's how that's pronounced. I don't know. It sounds good to me. I've just been saying it this whole time as if that's how it's pronounced. Do 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 do. And I'll just wait here. Presuming. Yep, there come people. I was saying presuming that shortcut still goes to the same place, despite they just went here for me, but whatever. Off goes William. William's got a sweet curved sword, scimitar kind of thing. I don't know if it's actually a scimitar. Oh, missed one. I wish Scholars got the same protect buff as white mages, or at least just got shell instead of protect or something. White mages got a better protect, and then Scholars got a better shell or something. I don't know. You know, we should probably wait for Sai. There's Sai. I think Sai was summoning. With only 2 of these, I'm hoping we can actually manage this. If we can't, well... I think I just tried to heal myself, but that's alright. Also, we probably shouldn't all stand right next to Sai, because that's gonna happen. I knew Sai was gonna pull one. Sai's probably gonna die now as well. Unless this guy gets it back. Nope, we're good. Again, not sure why I'm applying dots at the end of the fight, but whatever. And with only 1 left, we've got this. Now the question is, can we actually do the boss? I mean, so far it hasn't been that bad. The only real issue we've had was me dying because I'm an idiot and decided not to dodge AoEs. Despite the fact that they were massively telegraphed. There's this strong room gate with what appears to be an airship behind it, so... I'm totally watching that cutscene, so... What are we doing? Having a team meeting here? Avoid the ice fields. Okay. Sounds logical to me. Is that the only process here? Definitely avoid them. If you have CPU, I wonder if does the PS3 version have you use the the crappy built-in keyboard that the PS3 has, or what? I know Cry has a little messaging pad that they use, but I guess that's not a thing every PS3 player has, so they have to use the built-in thing, which is garbage. So I can understand why he's unwilling to type out things for me. I'm assuming Save's typing. Basically does random shoots of ice. Okay, got that. Avoid the ice. Avoid the ice the 3rd time. Continue avoiding ice. It's basically just a big square arena, alright. When it flies, go to mid. Get out of ice rings. So when it flies, I need to be in the center, alright. That's pretty useful information, actually. So avoid ice, avoid other ice, avoid lots of ice. When it's flying, go to the middle. Okay. Dodge attacks. Tank will be very important. That'd be you. You are in fact the tank. I like watching the movement of characters on a controller. It's a lot. I just like it. It looks better. Mapping the realm. Whoop, cutscene suddenly. Also, I'm totally watching this cutscene, so hopefully they don't start it without me. That is in fact apparently the Enterprise. And a dragon! I want to notice the dragon. Yes. That's a thing. Important detail. Although it's probably not going to be sleeping here in a moment and then we have to murder it. Otherwise it'd be too easy. And of course I will, you know, distract the beast. He's just calmly walks out there with a freaking dragon. Hello. He's gonna wake up the dragon. This guy's so rude. Or maybe he won't, I don't know. Just wanted to show up and say hi. Oh, yep, he is. He's so rude, man. Jesus. That's gonna have to be edited. I had my controller on the desk, and for whatever reason it has decided to vibrate. The student is hand nonsense. He always has to make everything purpley evil. I hope I'm not being, you know, that one person who's watching the cutscene. It is a story dungeon, and it's not a level 50 speedrun dungeon, so deal with it, yo. There goes my controller again. At least it's now and it's not on the desk. Oop. Oh, this is Isgebind. Don't forget to use virus. That's not my job, so. Pop all my buffs. Pop that, use quelling strikes, pop the dots. Okay. Stronghold sealed off. I'm glad they waited. It always feels awkward being the one person watching the cutscene while everyone else waits. But, you know, it's a Final Fantasy, you gotta watch cutscenes. Oh, that's the ice. Okay, so it's like the purple goo from the other dragon boss. Run to the middle. What are we doing here? Okay. Do we need to not be in that? Okay, don't be in that. Good to know. Now where is it? There it is. Oh! I didn't know he was gonna land on me, jeez. Very rude, dragon, this is. And I really should always try to be behind the thing because it gives you a buff. That looks like it was Urbino-wide. Because it gives you, as far as I'm aware, it gives you higher accuracy and a higher crit chance, but, you know, I could always be mistaken. I'm not entirely certain on mechanics of this game yet. I do know being behind stuff is always good, though. That's ice? That is, in fact, ice. Okay. So there's an ice splotch on the ground, and then an ice crystal, which appears to make an ice splotch. And then that, which is like a Titan mechanic, quite frankly. I hope he doesn't fly now that I've used Barrage. My tank is dying. Tank. Tank, 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 tank. Oop, don't walk into the ice. I almost accidentally walked into the ice. I was trying to get away from... Oh, this is going to be a bit of an issue. Whoop, run away. Poor Ifrit just stood there. Does it only do it once, or does it chain? It appears to only do it once. I kind of like this fight. It's a cool fight. It's better than the other dragon fight we had with the green poo. Green boo. There's no ads as far as I can see so far. Which makes it basically just a shoot this thing in the face kind of fight, which I like kind of the shoot things in the face kind of fight and then dodge AoEs. I like the fights that have you dodge AoEs. I find those more entertaining. I'm actually going to pop Mage's Ballad as well. To give Sai some MP regen. Woo! Oh, wasn't expecting artillery barrage here. Okay, good. It's that side, because I'm kind of in the middle here. Whoop! An ace, no! Oh no. Boss is serious business time now. I can hold freaking Mage's Ballad a long time, which is crazy. I never realized just how long you can actually hold Mage's Ballad. It does lower my damage output. But I think I'd rather have Psy have MP. Although the more damage output, the less you have to heal, technically, but... I can heal myself as well, so I guess I should probably use that after some of these AoEs to keep Psy from having to do too much healing on me. Is this thing not... no, I can... It's another one of those instances where it doesn't freaking apply the dot. Whatever. I obviously don't know how that works. Make sure Psy's in range. Because I don't know how much... Psy seems to use a lot of MP, and I don't know if I should just keep this up the whole time. I can't keep it up much longer. In fact, I'm probably going to have to turn it off, so... We'll turn it off. And then if Psy runs really low on MP again, we'll put it back. Oop. So I got hit by 2 of them, which is kind of bad. And then... Yep. I think Anais got confused there. Poor Anais. Where's the next one? That side, which is gonna hit the tank. Yep. This fight's cool. Third one? Or is he done? Oh, he's done. Must apply buffs. So many buffs. Must apply all of them. He's really low health, so I think we should be able to get him down before he goes flying again. Which will be nice and dandy. Ow. I do wish he would stop doing that little ability, but at least he doesn't chain it like Titan does. I like the flying bit. You might have noticed I like when he goes airborne. I'm fond of it. And that's it. I like how the camera spins. Aha! Killed a giant dragon again. Look at that guy's pants. I never noticed that. Maybe he got new armor at some point during this, or he'd swap something out. I don't know. Camera's looking straight down. I am happy. We win! And Psy is standing on some broken stuff, so... I will bow. Apparently everyone's gonna bow. We will bow to everyone. Everyone bows. I like friendly people. Friendly people are nice. What is this? Ooh. I'm gonna greet that. Primarily because it's unique and I like unique stuff. We had some difficulties there, but you know. It's alright. Especially considering we had a healer that wasn't spec'd for a healer and kept DCing. Psy is disconnected again. I like the goodbye. It's just like a casual wave. And I'm actually going to sit here and wait. Because for those unaware, you know, if you bid on something, don't leave. Just so you know. What, did I actually roll a 96? Is that what happened? Is that what that number means? I don't actually know. If that means I rolled a 96 on greed, that's crazy. Bye. I'm just gonna chill here and wait. Eventually, Psy might get back. Maybe? We might be here for a while, so there might be some editing involved. Hooray! Happy face. TY for help. And I think we're gonna get a cutscene when we leave. At least that would be logical to me, so... Let us get this cutscene, presumably. Eventually. Maybe. Possibly? Well, the UI went away, so I'm gonna say yes. It's very quiet. Hey, Crystal! That gives us what? 5? I can't remember. I think there's 6 total, and I think this would be 5, and Garuda would be the last. Either that or this is 4, Garuda would be 5, and the final dungeon would be... The final story dungeon would be the 6. We'll see. Nope, this is 5, so Garuda is the only one left, apparently. I assume Garuda has one, I don't know. The other 2, summon dude things did. Primals, that's what they're called. Are you alright? Speak to me. Sorry, I was busy hallucinating. Look at those emotions, man. Let us. All of this time to get this stupid airship. This better be a good airship, man. Look at those textures. I mean, it has been buried in snow for years. Will not be a pleasant ride. I like the response to that. To Gridania? That's quite the, that's actually not that far from here, but you know what I mean. It's actually only one area away from here. The, West Shroud. I keep forgetting how close we are to Gridania. Look at them flappy wings. How do you tell these things to lift off? Do they have little pedals? Because you always fly them standing up. That's quite the sway there. Not sure I feel safe in this thing right now. Fly it a little more flat, man. By God, it doesn't have safety on it. Is it actually going to take me to Gridania? That'd be kind of interesting. Not only does it take me to Gridania, it actually takes me to the airship dock in Gridania. Or well, yeah, is it the airship dock? Or is it just a airship dock? It's just a airship dock. Apparently size over here. And in fact, L is the leader, yes. I wonder if it takes everyone who finishes this dungeon over here, or what? I don't know. And the instant I get into a city, I get a gold spam tail. It did prove quite an adventure. I actually kind of liked that. I'm liking the story so far. History repeating. And... yeah, we'll call it there. We'll come back and talk to Sid at some other day, so... for now, thanks for watching, and Sanchia Sai here bids you farewell, without possibly actually knowing.